Bom, blah, 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 blah.
Burgundy, my 2002 Chevy Silverado 15.
Yeah, we're doing a review on this bitch. Alright, this is gonna be sick or gonna suck. Excuse me.
This is Ron Burgundy, my 2002 Chevy Silverado 1500 HD. I grew up riding in the backseat of this truck and bought it from my dad when I was in high school.
It's clean.
And have basically rebuilt it from the ground up. The problem with it is, I don't like how I rebuilt it. I think it's ugly.
Hold up. Those side fucking exhaust pipes are fucking sick. It's a Vortec. Pretty sure it's a Duramax. It's an HD, that's for sure, because it has those wheels. I haven't caught up with them on this build, so I'm interested.
And I think it's time to turn this thing into basically the sexiest truck on the planet. So in this video, we're gonna do just that. Not only do I have a giant stock...
Okay. The front end fascia match, color matching like a Z71 with the plastic, looks fucking sick. Alright, I'm gonna be real honest
pile
with
of
you.
parts to make this thing cool. I might have gone on a marketplace and impulse bought a...
What the fuck? Okay, the rockers are cooked, alright, on that. I can tell the rockers are done for, but that can be saved. That is a fiberglass step-side bed on a LS?
Complete other...
Yep, LS package 1500. Those rims are cleaner than my fucking floors, alright? I'll just say that. They're cleaner than my floors. Even though my floors are spotless. Those are fucking immaculate. Bumper looks amazing. The headlights aren't even questioned. Has a leather seating inside. I can see the leather in there. Base mirrors. That's not a problem. It's an LS. But the rockers are cooked. The doors are... Well, the back cab doors kind of fucked up on a little corner. But, that's clean. And it's a 90s... I'll say in 1999 because of that sticker.
Truck for it. There are quite a few things that I don't like about Ron Burgundy that this parts truck is just dying to fix.
Oh, God, he's gonna molest the fucking Chevy.
With the most important part being this ugly-ass behemoth of a flatbed. That's right, I'm turning Ron Burgundy into something you couldn't get from the factory. A crew cab flare sign.
Okay, the paint is sunburnt. It's sunburnt, alright, I'll be honest, but that sticker is fucking immaculate.
Hey, come here.
This is an LS2?
Get from the factory. A crew cab flare sign.
They're the same paint color, they're both LS's. His is beautiful. As it is. It is gorgeous. No paint problems at all.
Hey, come here. I might have picked up a couple power adders too. So let's go to the shop and get to work. But not before we see how this $1,500 truck performs.
Oh, God. Oh, please, don't do that. They've had enough problems already. We're losing so many of them. Oh my God. I just saw like 4 pounds fall off of the rockers when he did that. He does burnouts. What the fuck?
Now the reason I
Damn.
got this truck for $1,500 is
Yeah, see the steering wheel?
it has a bad transmission.
Ouch.
It still kind of drives though.
Hold up, what does that headrest say? Is that custom? That's custom, it looks like. Custom leather. Because if it was an LS, I'm pretty sure that would have been cloth. But also I see an aftermarket microphone up there, or he just put it up there. Lavalier.
Sort of.
Yeah, because see those sidings? See the doors? Pretty sure that wood is that wood isn't factory. That's aftermarket or taken off another truck. But see those side panels where the lock thing is? That's cloth. That would be leather if the seats were actually leather. So that was a cloth seated option. So it's pretty low of the low.
It's like driving through in the tree.
What does it say?
Time for a bad
Mark II? No shit.
transmission performance test.
It's pre-2002 because the headlights aren't a cat eye, alright? And last I remember, the cat eyes didn't have that step side bed, alright? Sounds terrible. Not bad, but terrible. It's slipping.
60.
I'm thinking it needs a new clutch. Yeah. Friction plates. They're known for going out. New aftermarket head unit. Of course. Oh.
I may have reached a point of no transmission.
Neutrals. Neutrals. All neutrals.
Something's not right. Are you telling me I'm gonna be stranded before we start working on anything? You're telling me the truck with a badly failing transmission has a failed transmission? I might have fried it.
Oh. Ooh. He just put it in park. He's putting it in neutrals. Oh. That transmission is fucking cooked.
I guess I'll be waiting for a tow. Well. This is ironic. Ron Burgundy has absolutely no problem towing this truck. I guess I'll be waiting for a tow. Well.
His dashboard isn't even cracked. That's a W. Not a crack. Wow.
This is ironic. Ron Burgundy has absolutely no problem towing this truck. Ron's actually pretty healthy. If you didn't know, it's got a cam 6-liter in it with
It's 6.0.
headers, full exhaust, Trailblazer SS intake.
Trailblazer SS intake. What the fuck do you mean by that? You're telling me that the Trailblazer had the same engine as a truck, but it had an SS intake. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna be making an SS build. I'm gonna literally buy an SS Silverado like he owned, like the blue one. I'm gonna buy one of those, weld, or just make a composite bed. I'm just gonna make a fiberglass bed like the show car, what is it called? Whatever it is, the pre-vehicle before it's built. Really not gonna remember this, aren't I? Fuck. Concept vehicle. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. This one. Ooh, that one's a new image. Anyways. This truck. That's fucking ugly. AI should kill itself. It's so perfect. It has 5-star rims. Aluminum, polished aluminum. Custom headlights and blinkers. The hood forms and goes down a little bit compared to the normal fascia, which the fascia is tight fitted. I'd probably replace the metal bumper with a carbon fiber bumper on the front, or fiberglass. Fiberglass would be cheaper. Make that seamless. Do some body work on original factory fenders to make it higher. because that's not a factory height. And this has a lip on the corner that goes across the top of the grill. Like, instead of having just a straight line, it goes forward. It's so fucking good, gorgeous. I'd make those air intakes and bumper work, alright? I don't know if my... Let me go to settings and see if my, my mouse cursor shows up. Recording. Video. General. Google it. Alright. Sentencing. Fuck. How to make my cursor show on stream OBS. Yeah, we're just gonna mute that. Properties. Capture cursor. Okay. Now you guys should see my cursor. So that's actually pretty convenient. Thank you, Cinnamon Tutorials. Thank you. Appreciate you. Anyways, now that you can see my cursor, let me just double check. Go into YouTube. This is gonna hurt your ears, but I mean, whatever. Oh fuck. Got Google banned from my school. How about you don't show up on my YouTube again, alright? No save to watch later. Oh yeah, there was a Cybertruck that exploded, by the way.
An update on a lot of what it is that we found through the processing of the Cybertruck. This is a joint investigation involving the FBI, the ATF, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and these folks worked through the night and found...
That's Trump's tower. Trump Las Vegas Hotel.
A lot of stuff that is very useful for this investigation. Now, I remind you that the subject inside wasn't able to be removed for a very...
That's a gorgeous building.
long period of time because he was burnt beyond recognition. We also discovered through the coroner's office that the individual had sustained a gunshot wound to the head.
Holy shit, he shot himself in front of the tower? Why did he do this?
Prior to the detonation of the vehicle. Just want to give you an update.
I knew he was in that truck because I heard about the news. Biden.
So see a little scratch off on the dash there. So here's the thing. Once in a blue moon, I'll buy a scratch off ticket. Really, it's pretty rare. I'd say in a year's time, I probably buy maybe 10 or 15 scratch off tickets. Once in a while, if my wife and I are both off for like a Sunday or something, I'll have a ritual. I'll get up early. I'll go to a local deli, get a really good breakfast sandwich, bring it back. And when I do that, I'll get like, two $10 scratch offs, or I'll get a $20 scratch off, whatever, just for fun. And I have actually pretty good experience with it. I definitely am up. I've won more money than I've lost money, but it's never like a significant amount. Like I'll get a $10 ticket and I'll win, $20 or $40, something like that. Then I'll lose once, twice. Then I'll, do it again, win again. And so recently, I got two $10 tickets. This is a couple weeks back. And I ended up losing on them. And when I went back, I just stopped in and grabbed more of them. I grabbed two $10 tickets again. And my wife's like, why are you wasting money on that? Because she doesn't really mind once in a while. But she's like, well, you just got tickets. You lost, just why don't you wait a while until you get them? I'm like, yeah, but, I'm feeling lucky. So
Feel lucky.
for some reason, it's a longer story, but I had like a dream about teeth falling out. And apparently that means there's some money coming to you. It's a whole weird thing. I don't really believe in that stuff, but something I've always heard. Itchy palms, things like that, So, long story short, which is a little bit late now, but I lost on those tickets again. So she said, listen, promise me, stop buying, any ticket. I said, all right, fine. So I decided to go to get more scratch offs for stocking stuffers for the holidays, right? And I was there, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to do one last hurrah because I know I got some luck coming to me. I just felt it, and I bought a $50 ticket, a $50 Monopoly ticket.
$50 for a ticket that you could lose? Hell no. But you want it for you want it.
And of course, I got about $50 worth of tickets for other people for the holidays. $900 in my wallet. That's all I had. I said I'm just going to buy a lottery. And when I buy lottery tickets, scratch offs, it's for the entertainment. I do believe I'm going to lose. So if I win, it's a nice surprise. But I'm not. Like, everyone's hoping to win, of course. I'm not going to lie. I obviously want to win a bunch of money. But I'm not like if I lose, I'm not like, oh, my God, I'm really upset about it. Because I know I'm going to lose. You know what I mean? You can only be pleasantly surprised if you win. So when you go to gamble, that's the mindset you have to have. I'm not going to, people walk into casinos thinking they're going to walk out with $10,000. And they just spend a bunch of money, and then they're super unhappy for a while, and it's not fun. So I understand I'm paying for the entertainment. And if I win, it's a bonus, right? So I blew $50 on this ticket. I'm like, I'm throwing away $50. I really need the money right now. It's the holidays. Things are rough. I really can use the money, but I decided right then I'm just going to get this one last ticket. It's like when you're doing anything, that one last time, one last shot. It's like you're fishing, one last cast. So I got this $50 ticket. I get home, and I was going to wait, and I was actually going to scratch it off on camera, which I regret not doing. But I won. So let me show you real quick the ticket here. All right, so here it is, $50 Pennsylvania Monopoly. So I go scratching off, and the very first thing was a $100 bill. So I won $100 on the first thing I scratched. I'm like, holy crap, I doubled my money. By the way, this is the most I've ever won on a lottery ticket ever in my life, and probably will be the most I ever won. I mean, it'd be nice if I won more one day, but anyway, so I scratched the first thing, $100. Holy smokes. The next one, another $100. Awesome. My wife's not going to be mad at me, which, P.S., she was still mad I bought the ticket. Even though we won the money, she still said, hey, what the hell? You said you weren't going to get more tickets. And, I can't blame her for that. But anyway, so the next two are losers, right? So then you have to match numbers. So those are my winning numbers. Then I go down, nothing. I go down again. Those images are instant wins. So another $300 on the left.
Holy shit.
$100 on the right. I go down again, nothing. I go down again. Number 46 I have on the top right there, so that's another $100.
Holy shit.
I go down again, it's another $100. I go down, there's nothing. Then the last one you have to get railroads, right? So I scratched off 3 railroads, which is worth $200. So if you did the math and followed along, I won $1,000 on a scratch-off ticket. Fantastic. Well, guess what? I went to go cash it, and the original place I bought at the deli, the woman was there. She's a very, very sweet lady, but she said, oh, my husband's not here. He usually does this. Can you come back? I said, yeah, sure. So then I was out. I actually go to the doctor's today, so I stopped in a gas station, and they laughed at me. They said, we're not cashing that. I said, why not? They said, well, it's too much. So the back of the ticket, let's see, it says prizes over $600 require winner to file a claim form. All right. Prizes up to $2,500 may be claimed at a lottery retailer. So essentially, small businesses like gas stations and stuff, they don't have to pay you out if it's over $600. And I found out that the hard way. I literally went to probably 3 or 4 different places, and they all said the same thing. Sorry, can't do that. You need a claim form, blah, blah, blah. I went to, I think it was 2 delis, 1 smoke shop, like all the way home. Literally stopped everywhere they sold lottery to try to cash this thing. And everyone told me the same thing. You have to go to a bigger business. You know, these small businesses, they can't pay this money out. They don't have enough, coming in. All right, cool. So now I'm at a grocery store, and I'm hoping the grocery store makes enough money to actually pay me out. So first off, awesome. I won $1,000. That's great, right? I mean, I can't complain. I'm really ecstatic about it. I'm not going to buy lottery for a long time, though, because I think I've pressed my luck at this point. I mean, you always feel lucky. That's why you're buying it in the first place. Yeah, feeling lucky, but then, usually you lose. This time I was feeling lucky and I won, which is fantastic. It's not going to new cool knives, unfortunately. It's going to, pay the expenses of all the Christmas gifts. Me and my wife are buying every one, and Christmas travel this year to see family and gas and that kind of stuff and bills. So, it's super exciting because it's helpful. It really came at a good time. We really needed a couple extra bucks, so that's awesome. It's not life-changing, obviously, but it's super, definitely made our day. I'll say that.
I was gonna say, if he was the one that won that billion and something, $1.1 billion, I would have went in the comments and said, delete this account right now and clear any Facebook or social media accounts. Just delete them off the face of the planet, alright? Don't let anything show up. And start from scratch. Because if you were to win 1.1 billion, sure, the government would get like a percentage of it, but that's a lot of fucking money. That is a lot of fucking money, alright? That is more than you will ever spend in your life. Oh, you know me, I'd spend it on, most of it on fucking cars. Like Bugattis and shit. But I donate a majority of it to, like, you can think like St. Jude's and any, they called non-profit associations? I think they're non-profits. Non-profits. What else? What is it? Ronald McDonald's house. I don't even know if it exists anymore. What is a place that does cancer stuff for kids and stuff? I don't know that place. But I do that. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to the point. All right. You see these air intakes, right? These gray ones on the bumper. I'd engineer the bumper. I'd keep the original frame. I'd probably work off a frame. Again, I'd probably use a actual SS, but I'd have to add a lot of rocker to that to be able to correctly fit, because that's not as low as the doors usually go. They're like, what, this? It's nothing. I got the pitting and all that. Take the bed off. Can I magnify this? Magnify image. Alright. So, add the air. Actual fuck was that? What? Anyways, I'd have those ram air intakes lead to the brakes like they're intended, cool off the calipers and brake pads for racing purposes. Super Sport, it's made for racing. I'd probably put a generation matched, what is it called? Age matched? I don't know. Put a Whipple charger on it, or a Pro Charger system on it. Not just, I don't know. Probably twin turbocharge it with the Pro Charger system, but I don't know if that would work. The height of the windshield is stock, I think. Let's see. I'm not bothered if I have to raise the roof. I don't need to if I were to. 2002 red Chevy Silverado. Not get a two-tone. Per cow. I need one of those windshield things. I also want to put cab lights on mine. That's clean though. That is really clean. I'm pretty sure the height is stock. Yeah. I mean, it's not a crew cab. It's an extended cab. Extended cab. That's more like it. Alright. Yeah, that's literally just the exact same thing. It does have a little bit added onto the back too, right there. Other than that, I mean, the frame is the exact same length. Wheelbase is the exact same. Alright. See where I'm getting at? Dude, save it to the folder I have it that I've always used. Ooh, wait, what was that? I saw a white one. Oh. Wait, Corvette? Has a Corvette engine in it? But it's called the SST. That's what it is. I couldn't remember it. But the SSR was the one that took all the fame. This weird ass fucking ugly thing. That's actually a nice color. That has the same blue that the Escalade and stuff that I have liked looking at it has. It's that, it's not Mr. Chrome, it's something else. Something blue. Indigo blue metallic, or Bermuda blue metallic. I'll show you. Hello? Are you going to respond? Hello? Motherfucker? Hello? Are you there? No? It is not there. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. That's not that color, I don't think. Can't be. That's probably Bermuda blue. But I'm thinking indigo probably. Indigo blue metallic. Has to be indigo. Hello, that is a nice picture. Is that a governmental one? It's clean though. I like those bodies, but I don't like that it's a Tahoe variant. I like the full size. I can't. You know that is a nice face on that one too. Replace or repair your headliner. I don't want to open the image a new time.
And of course, like every other GM T800 in the world, we need some headliner repair. So the wind coming in from the window usually damages these edges by the driver and passenger door, and then air gets under, puffs it out. The main reason for that is when GM made these, they ran the fabric right to the edge. So when I redo this, I'm going to run it over the edge, and that way the air can't get under there, like this one. Of course, the first thing we need to do is rip all this stuff off. And once all the fabric's ripped off, we're left with the foam underlayment that used to be
really clean
attached to the fabric. It's basically the adhesive between the foam and the fabric that just deteriorates over time.
It's really clean.
The roof gets pretty hot. You can see right here where the foam is just kind of crumbling. This is where someone tried to do a repair. So now we need to remove the foam without damaging the cardboard background.
Oh, not the foam.
Normally I use a wire brush for this in a drill, but I'm going to try something a little bit different today and see if it works.
The foam is fine. Why would you mess with it?
But you got to move fast and be careful, otherwise the wire will eat through the cardboard. So this will be today's experiment.
Cardboard?
Those brushes that you can chuck up in your drill and clean your carpet with. I've got one that's a medium stiffness and one that's a hard stiffness. I'm thinking the hard's going to be the one that works. This should rip the foam off and not damage the cardboard. So let's see. We'll start with the medium just in case.
It's gonna take too long.
And it's working, but that's way too slow.
Yeah.
Let's switch over to the hard.
There you go. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So it's ripping off all that foam real quick, and it's not damaging the cardboard, fiberglass, whatever thing underneath.
Is he gonna replace it, or is he gonna? What is he gonna do?
So I'm gonna go. We're ready to cut and apply the. So
That's satisfying.
finish this up, and then we'll come back. I've got all that foam stripped off. We're ready to cut and apply our headliner material.
He's not gonna add it back. Damn. I love the. Oh wait, does it have it on it? I don't know, but I love the cushiness of the headliner. I wouldn't get rid of the foam. Was he gonna add? That would be such a stress
Now we get to make a
factor
big
for me.
sticky mess. Got
Headliner
headliner
adhesive.
adhesive.
Oh shit.
I'd get the good stuff.
Yep,
Cheap
3M.
stuff is just gonna fail, so you don't want to waste your time doing this.
3M. It's the
Since
best.
this is a crew cab pickup, headliner is pretty long, so I'm going to do it in two sections.
Yeah. Okay.
Do this side first, and then I'm going to do the other side. It's a good idea to spray both the backing and the material. That way you get really good adhesion. I've got all my edges a couple of inches overlapped. Got about 6 inches at each end. When you push it down, you're going to go down into these valleys, and it's going to pull a little bit. So you want to have extra at both ends, so you don't end up like GM with.
Yeah, with the overhang. Not even the overhang, though. Sagging. Mine doesn't have a problem because it hasn't been really done bad like that. Maybe when I take my headliner down, I'll reinforce it. so it doesn't happen, because it's pretty good right now. I wonder if that stuff cures. Oh, he's double spraying it on. Okay. Makes sense. He's doubling it.
So if you have two people, it's a lot easier. One person can hold the top, help you fold it down. But since I'm running solo as usual, I'm going to just work it from this edge that way.
I guess you gotta let it get tacky first before you bother, so it doesn't get wet and absorb everything.
Slowly. Try not to get too sticky.
Okay, he's gonna... Careful, buddy, that you don't let it crease. Easily fuck that up. Oh, I know what he's doing. Okay. But why isn't he doing it like a wrap job? Also, the headliner does have foam in it, so that's pretty neat. Oh, that's perfect. So he is doing it correct. Yeah. Good. I wouldn't be able to do that. I may be a mechanic kind of guy, but I wouldn't be able to do that. There you go. Okay. Work that baby. Work it. Work it. Yeah, but no, I don't know why GM didn't wrap it around the back, because it would make sense. Oh god, please. Oh, you can pull it off.
Whenever you're working your way into a corner like this, you can see it's not touching anywhere. It's a good idea to divide this into sections. So I'm going to go from the center.
It's just like a wrap job.
And I'm going to go from the center of that bubble, the center of that one, work it that way, and that way you don't get any wrinkles.
He knows what he's doing.
Go from the center outward.
He really knows what he's doing. That's so satisfying, dude. Are you kidding me? Does he link the material? My 2.4 for new 2500, so I bought an old one. It was trash, so I need to fix it up. Oh, good answer. Headliner Matrail. So you can get rolls of it on eBay and Amazon. Basically, it's foam-backed fabric that's a little stretchy. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Alright. I'll add that information to my server.
Well, the first half's done. We're contoured in there pretty good. I'm going to fold this piece up. Do the same thing on that other side.
That's satisfying as fuck. He's doing it so perfectly, dude. Are you kidding me? That was a bug? Imagine the bug just got absolutely gassed by like the adhesive. Oh shit. Ah, what is that? Oh my god!
Same thing as before. I'll go ahead and fold this over. Slowly work my way into this.
And you gotta make sure it's evenly sprayed like in paint too, because you don't want it to have different stickiness. It's kind of nail biting.
Little valley right here. And once that valley's there, I'll lay my whole sheet over.
If you get enough YouTube videos and memorize it enough, you could do anything at home, alright? Just sell the rest of the fabric back, and then just say fuck it. Yeah, that material is perfect. Dude, that is... Ooh,
So,
take that crease.
Got some wrinkles going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how to fix those.
See.
So when I was pushing this edge down, this isn't pressed in very hard right here. And I can't speak for other glue manufacturers, but with the 3M product, it's a 60-minute dry time. And so this is touching here and here, and I can still lift this up and separate it and I can work those wrinkles out.
Perfect.
That's one of
Yeah.
the reasons I like using a quality glue instead of the cheap stuff, because I think the cheap stuff sticks to itself and it's done.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and lift this back up, work those wrinkles out, and then continue forward.
That's amazing. That is a satisfying process to do. That's really satisfying. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yep. You got it. Don't undo all your... There we go. There we go. Perfect, dude. Oh my god. I'm touching myself tonight. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. This is satisfying enough. This can be porn. Alright.
Let's flip this pin. Now comes the part where we're going to do better than factory.
Okay.
We're going to roll it over all these edges.
Okay.
And that'll secure it on the backside. And that's something that just GM didn't do. I don't know why. First thing I need to do is cut a little relief cut. This is on the passenger side. This is passenger door.
Where does it cut it
This
though?
is passenger windshield. So I'm just going to cut diagonally into this corner.
There we go. Okay. That glue looks like cobwebs.
To roll this material around this edge. I'm also going to trim about 2 inches or so from the edge, just to get rid of some of this excess material.
He's good at what he's doing though. Like, he looks like he's been doing this for a shit ton of time. How's he gonna clamp it so it stays there though, is my question, because it has a lot of resistance. Oh. It's holding it. What? No shit. Yeah, he's gonna have to cut that edge. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Perfect. Wow. Wow. That is satisfying as fuck. How's he gonna cut those holes out though? I'm curious. What his plan is gonna be that. Now we can just roll it? You just roll it in. Oh my god, it's
all set, ready to go
perfect.
back in the car. Got my accessory holes cut. Did the same thing, just folded the fabric on the back side as I did on these edges here. Glued it all down. Even though the accessories kind of hold it in place there, it only takes a couple extra seconds.
So fucking satisfying, dude. You forgot a few
Now while
holes.
this is drying, I'll give it about an hour and a half. We'll go ahead and pull the windshield out. So pulling your windshield out isn't 100% necessary for putting the headliner in and out, but mine's cracked anyways, so I'm coordinating both jobs at once.
Okay.
When they build these from the factory, they slide them in through the windshield, especially with these longer crew cabs.
That's
the only way
gonna
to get
suck.
it out is to remove pretty much all your seats. You gotta lower it down and then slide it out one of the back doors. Not easy, and you do bend it a little, so I don't want to install the new one that way. A lot easier if you gotta change your windshield anyways.
Oh.
Extended cab, regular.
Oh, he has a Silverado. I have a Suburban. Oh. Ooh, lucky me.
Cab, you can usually just slide it out through the door, maybe taking one seat out.
Oof. Hey, okay, so this is a low trip model because it doesn't have the electric mirror. Don't scratch it. Don't scratch it. Okay, there is quite a few imperfections in that headliner. I'm gonna be real.
And just like that, the headliner's in. So there's this wiring harness that runs above the headliner. There's
Bummer.
2 ways to do it. One is you can remove it, and if you follow it down, it goes behind the dash. And
I'd rather
goes
buy a
over
new
here,
one
and
at
you
that
gotta
point if it
move.
still has
Usually gotta
imperfections in
unbolt
it.
the dash,
I would
slide
notice it.
forward a little, do it out. The much easier way is just to rip it off from the headliner. It's just glued on, and all that glue does is when you're driving down the road, if this is bouncing, it's going to rattle against the metal. It's going to rattle against your roof and annoy the crap out of you. So the easier way is just to rip it off and then glue it back to the roof.
At least I know it's easy to repair hail damage only by dropping the headliner. Because that is literally just exposed to the roof itself. That's just structural beams. That's satisfying. Dude, that's clean. That's a clean truck.
And annoy the crap out of you. So the easier way is just to rip it off and then glue it back on when you're done.
Hot glue.
Pretty straightforward. You got three wires. You got one going to the front lights, one to the middle lights, and then one way back there to the tail light, or a third brake light, whichever one you want to call it. So you can see the line kind of where it used to be. So we just throw some hot glue on there.
Yep, hot glue. There you go. Never thought of calling you. I wonder how it's originally put on. Burning your fingers is part of the experience.
I'll just continue on everywhere it was glued down, and then we'll pop this guy up
Tell me why I like the smell of hot glue and why it sticks to you. It's weird.
in place. There's also these little Velcro tabs that help hold the headliner to the ceiling so it doesn't rattle.
No shit.
A lot of times these rip off just because the glue's old.
Yeah.
You can see there's an X of glue where they had it, so you also want to hot glue these back onto the headliner. Factory made an X. We're going to make a circle just to be different.
Circle.
I know some guy's watching this that used to assemble these, and he's like, no, it's got to be an X or you're going to get fired. We're getting fired today, buddy. Alright, so now we got all our accessories reattached. We got our light installed in the middle. Passenger side grab handle goes back in. That stays in the
I didn't know that it was held up with Velcro either. That's pretty satisfying to know.
headliner. Got all our wiring glued down. Got all our Velcros glued down. So that's it. We're going to snap this guy back up in place. See where those go up in there.
Pop, pop.
Push in the center section. That expands it. Then we'll come over to our driver's
Pop, pop.
side so we can get this wiring. I poked
Yeah.
little holes when I had the headliner upside down.
There we
Push
go.
This guy in there.
Yes.
Now
Oh
we
my
push our
god, that
middle
sound
up
is so
and get
fucking
those
satisfying. Oh my god.
Reach this guy in there.
Oh, that sound is so fucking satisfying, dude. Oh my
So
god.
now we can push our middle up and look at those Velcro pieces. There was one right about there. One there.
Yeah, see all the perfections.
And just like that,
Looks good
our
though.
headliner's replaced. Looks a whole lot better. Didn't cost much to do. Yeah, just a little bit of time. Somebody was nice enough to leave my paycheck under the windshield this time.
Oh my god.
Pretty good amount of change in there. They must have thrown it up on the dash and it just kept sliding over the years. So now I got enough to buy some lunch. See you next time.
That's crazy. That's good to know though. Correct way.
So headlining board's removed now. Take off the old material, and you can see here the old original foam has gone all orange and crumbly. That's what makes the headlining board sag. So it's not a glue issue. The glue is fine on these cars from factory. It's if the foam just gets old, starts to crumble, and it's usually heat related. So if the car has a history of being out in the sun or comes from a warmer climate, well then the headlining board's going to sag much faster. So we've done cars where maybe in
Oh, that's satisfying too. I have the exact brush as well.
7 years it's completely sagged from brand new from factory. So we move into the preparation and cleaning now. So a scrubbing brush is mainly the main item that you need here to remove the old original foam. You want to scrub the board nice and clean and get off all that foam. Get the board to a nice clean surface, ready to apply brand new glue and the brand new material. So if the old foam is difficult to remove, you can use an orbital sander here, but that's only if the headlining board is a nice strong headlining board that can withstand a bit of sanding. Here we grabbed the safety gear, eye protection, respirator and some chemical gloves. Usually we'd have a pair of overalls that we'd chuck on as well. And now we'll just make sure that headlining board is nice and cleaned. So we're just using a soft brush here. You can use a air blower as well to take it down to a nice clean surface, ready to have that glue sprayed onto it. So you can see here guys that we're dealing with a nice clean surface, but if the customer went out and got a can of glue in hopes to try to hold up their own headlining board, what you'll find that we would have to sit here right now and sand down all that new glue that they've added. So that's why I try to educate the audience about not to add glue. It doesn't hold up the headlining boards. You actually got to, you can use like quick methods like staples or drawing pins, but ideally that headlining board needs to be removed completely out the car. The old material needs to go in the bin, and the old foam gets scrubbed off. That all goes in the bin, and you got to reapply brand new material to fix the issue, guys.
It's a shame.
So here is our roll of brand new material. It's foam backed headlining material, so the foam comes in the one shot, so you don't have to add the foam then the material. You're basically adding the foam and the material, the fabric in one shot.
So it's not the correct way to do it.
Measure that out. Here's a bit about the fabrics you can choose. So there's flat knit fabrics, which is a bit of a stitch pattern to the headlining material, or there's velour fabrics, which is got that more of a softer type of feel. They're the two styles of headlining materials you can buy, and here they are up close. You got the flat knit on the left and the velour on the right. So I do realise you guys could probably go to a local craft store and buy your maybe some custom material just to mix things up, but I do recommend using headlining graded material because it's got that UV protection there. It's also designed to withstand some of the probably the harsh heat that it might be exposed to, and ideally it's just designed to stay up there long term. So here we are grabbing that cylinder rod so we can bend that fabric over 50%, and basically that just prevents us from getting that harsh crease line that might come in the material there. But if you do get any imperfections and creases in the headlining board, usually yeah, don't stress, just put it back in the car, reinstall it back in, and usually after the car warms up after a few days, any imperfections and creases will dissolve themselves out. So here we are adding a bit of glue, usually spray left to right, overlapping about 50% each time. A good can of glue to buy would be maybe the 3M 76 high-tack spray adhesive, or another brand would be a Permatex carpet and headlining glue, but we'll put some links in the description below for you guys to check out there. So yeah, we're just spraying a bit of glue now, overlapping that glue as we're spraying it about 50% each time. We would cover one half of the headlining board first, and we'll go up and down, and then we'll go left to right. And what we'll do after that is we would spray glue again in the high stress areas. So these are areas where the headlining material may be placed under a lot of stress or a lot of tension. So that's usually around any curves or any bends in the headlining board where you know the headlining material has to be fed into those gaps and follow the shape of the headlining board. So here we are spraying the back of that material. Because it's foam back headlining material, that glue that you're adding is not going to seep through it and show a visible stain. And then we fold the headlining material over, and now it's ready to be do the other side. So with our glue that we're using now, we're usually able to spray one half of the headlining material, and then we've got time before the glue dries to do the other half.
He's already failed.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right here, but you can stop here and just maybe focus on sticking down that first half,
yeah,
and then move to the second half. But once that's all done, we fold that headlining material over. Now we've got glue on the back of the material and the back of the board, and it's all ready. Headlining repair. In turn, we will go into all the steps, the process, common problems to watch out for, go into about the glues, the materials to use, and it's just more detail about the headlining repair process. So that will be in text and pictures. Guys can follow along. But other than that, moving ahead, we're adding the material now, so just gently feeding the material into all the individual shape of the headlining board that you might have. So with this one, you've got like you know, the grab handles where you got to focus to make sure you get that a lot of that material deep into those gaps. You don't want to place it under high tension or high stress there, because that's where the headlining material may start to sag again, because you put it under a lot of tension. So really you're just feeding the material and not placing it under a lot of stress when you're pushing it into those gaps. And this is looking at pretty good, so we'll just move along now and just keep applying that material. One thing that we do, we actually overlap the material around the edge. Now from factory, most cars, they just laser jet the material right to the edge and cut it. That's why their headlinings kind of like start to sag there, because that's where the sun gets and the wind and all that type of stuff. So for us, we always overlap all the material.
I'm
It doesn't,
praying.
hurt the
I
installation
am so
process.
grateful that mine doesn't.
And yeah, I don't know why people don't do that during the recovery stage. It's there. You might as well just do it while you're there. Just overlap the material. And it just provides that, maybe that better adhesion, and you know it's never going to sag from the edges again. So that's one tip there you guys can definitely apply. Don't razor cut it straight to the edge like the factory. Just while you're there, just overlap it all. So yeah, this is turning out pretty good. We're almost finished now, just applying that material to the front base of the headlining. And once that's all done, we're going to be flipping the headlining board over just to finalize the glue adhesion and the material to the rear section where we overlap it all. How you doing there so far, guys? I know this is a lot of info and steps to take in. You got to
really?
realise that we have been doing this for like over 10 years now, so
Just had to
for
add
us,
that
we're
again.
Probably explaining it way too easily. But like we do these things now, like done so many of them that we're probably doing them in our sleep these days. You know what I mean? So it's pretty easy to follow along with. It's not too overwhelming. We do just stick to roof linings and headlinings. That way we don't get overwhelmed ourselves. That's the only thing we're doing is just headlining, just roof linings. We said no to door trims, steering wheels, seats, tonneau covers. Even though we've got a trade in all that type of material, skill level, but we just basically say no to it all. That way we can stick to things that are just simple and nothing really. It doesn't throw us any curveballs, and we can kind of just tackle along with our day. Because it's, you know, it can get overwhelmed by doing too much of the in the one trade. So you know you're doing the whole upholstery trade. We just stick to just the roof linings now, and yeah, that way we can provide you guys hopefully with the correct way, the simplest way, the best quality way of doing a car headlining repair. So make
I
sure
cut
you
that
guys
corner
give this
short,
video
but I
a
mean,
thumbs
that's
up.
alright.
It helps this video grow on YouTube. Maybe leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button. And
been doing
yeah,
this for a long
provides
time.
this
He
YouTube
knows
channel
more
with
than
good
me.
analytics. So here we are, we're cutting the headlining
shit.
material away from the underneath side now. So we usually maybe have an inch to 2 inches overlap, and we'll trim just the areas where you need to just kind of like release it a bit. That way it can flex over. So any curves there, we actually apply a bit of
satisfying.
cuts there. That way, as the headlining material folds over, it folds over without any tension. It's a bit of an upholstery thing that
If it's done right the first time, it won't be that expensive.
Trade, but
So it's like
yeah, so
some companies can save
that's
money
the
by doing
headlining
that.
board all done now, and we're just wrapping
Wow.
over the edge. So it's turning out quite well, quite neat and tidy. It's good that we're showing you guys how to do this out in the sun, not in the dark garage in the shed, because you guys can see and follow along quite easily. So hopefully, you know, hopefully that's working out for you guys and you're appreciating this content.
I am.
Yeah, so fold that material over all the edges, nice and clean and neat and tidy there.
I eat, sleep, and
And
breathe
once
for
that's
this
all
stuff.
done, we can move into cutting and razor blading out all the individual shapes and holes that we need to take out for the grab handles to go in, and the sun visor and the lights and all those plugs. We're just pushing down on the material right now here. We're just going around applying extra tension to pretty much the whole headlining board. That way we know that it's got good adhesion and we didn't miss any parts. So we're just going around just pushing the fabric down really tight, just to make sure that it's all there, it's all gripping.
Good.
Because you can't rely on, like, you know, going around the first time and maybe missing a few areas, because it might sag there again. A bit of cleaning products we're using here just to clean down the headlining board. It's just a general carpet foaming upholstery cleaner, because we find that brand doesn't leave any stains behind when it dries. So that's the Australian export brand. or you could buy the super cheap Auto brand foaming cleaner, and then we used a bit of Solvit citrus cleaner too. But there are other cleaning products you can use, like the Bowden's Own brand, the Fabric Cadabra and the Orange Agent. They're pretty good too. So these are the two we're using in the video today. They're just like their carpet upholstery foaming cleaners, and the good thing about them, like I said, they don't leave any stain behind when they dry, so that's ideally what you want there. So just take your time here when you're cutting out those holes, because you don't want to make a mistake.
anxiety.
I've gone so far already, and if you make a mistake here, you know, it's going to be quite hard to recover from. But maybe I should have recommended that you take a photo of the headlining board prior to any work at all. That way you can see the parameters of how big the cut holes were originally from factory, and then you've got a guideline to follow. So maybe that's a good tip to keep in mind.
I wasn't really done well, but
job, just to take a photo of the headlining board, and you can see the size of those holes.
Like an afterthought.
But the headlining board's ready to be reinstalled.
But it won't be seen anyways.
So that's all done, guys. So yeah. And before you go, guys, we do ask that if you like this content.
Holy shit! The iced hair. How long ago is this? 4 years ago? Not bad. Thought it was gonna be like 2017 or 15. I got sidetracked again, didn't I? Ooh. GTA 5? Damn. Very bright interior. Look at that stallion. Back when they're not disposable. Maybe a little bit, but not as bad as they are now. Okay, those were really good trucks. And you get the ones the presidential candidacy used. President. That's a presidential vehicle. You can see by the frames of the windows, bulletproof glass. Surprised the rear window doesn't look more reinforced. But maybe it's just me. I don't know. Look at those wheels. Oh my god, it's so fucking clean. Luxury step. So I'm guessing that was an LT package, maybe. Factory roof racks. Just there to be there. They didn't worry about taking them off. Clean car. Truck, not a car. That's not a truck. That's not a car. Fuck. I'm geeking. I'm not geeking. I'm losing my mind. There's step side. I'm making all these eyeballs. Who cares about your fucking pupil? I don't think that's it, but that's nice. That's fucking clean for a Firebird. Holy shit. I think I got a winner. I think it is. It's a little dark. A little dark. That's clean though. Oh my god. That's a clean build. That's that's interesting. I mean, at least Tahoe variant, but I mean, come on. It's not Indigo. It's Bermuda. Bermuda. Yep. Ding 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 ding. Got ourselves a winner. Yeah, that's Suburban. Oh my god. Such a rare paint color. Surprised people didn't buy more of it. It was like a custom thing. It was definitely factory. It was factory, but what was I getting to with this? I don't even know. Oh, this, yeah. This color on this is Bermuda blue. Alright. Very nice color. Appealing to the eyeballs. Very appealing. Because it's metallic. It's metallic flakes. Can't go wrong with it. Fucking love it. Nice LTZ. The EXT, which is the Avalanche. EXT is the Cadillac version. Never mind. That's just called an Avalanche. That's the only Avalanche I would ever take. That generation. I'd paint that piece in the front black though. It's kind of ugly. Real. They were kind of stupid when they had the recession. Hate how they changed it from that to that. Same shape, but in quotation marks, modernized. I just think they just took the fucking character out of the truck. No lining against the doors either. It's just sweep right through it. GM almost lost business. Lost their company because they had to file bankruptcy for, not bankruptcy. They had to ask for money from the government. Basically. Why would you do that? Oh wait, no. That's period correct wheels. I can respect that. Those are period correct. They did that in the 2000s with those flower petal rims. I'm losing my mind. That is a lot of pewter metallics and charcoals. But back to the thing I was getting to. This took over the project of that. Alright. This is gone because of this. This killed it off. They didn't do that because of this. Tell me why you would do that. They would have gotten 100%, 60% more sales with these trucks than this. Instead, they settled for this. So they only came out in 2004. I didn't know that. But they were 2000s, 2002 models too. I didn't know that. So I guess it's just 2004. We got that. instead of, get out of here. We get that instead of that. Even though they did come out with the cat eye version for this too. They changed the fascia to it. With the second version. I don't know where it is. It's not showing up on here. They did have a cat eye version of this though. But the air scoops aren't even that low compared to these ones. It's kissing the ground like a race car or actual real sports car. Meanwhile, you have this one at normal ride height, maybe an inch or two lower. The hood is basic. It's a basic pitch because it's cat eye with a package slapped onto it, and not even on shiny aluminum rims. They're just painted aluminum rims. It's a pain in the ass. We were scammed. Even the mirrors. Open image, new tab. See these mirrors? And see these mirrors. Tell me why. Don't get me wrong, you can still get these. Look. Where are they? That's what I'm talking about. You can get them aftermarket. You can get them aftermarket. I saw a pair though. Wait, let me go to my Discord. Shut the fuck up. Concept versions. Where is it? Doors. Mm-mm. Let's be here. I'm literally so glad I found the cover. This thing. I'm so grateful because I had the thoughts of buying one, and I didn't know that we actually had one. But yeah, Jeez. Shit, I thought I fucking had these. Fuck. Aftermarket accessories, come on. Please have it here, you stupid ass. Please. Pretty please. Pretty please, I'm crossing my fingers. Please. Pretty please, I'm so bad. No. I want that, but the old badge. I want it. I want it. I hate the new badging. I really do. I like it, but it doesn't match. It's not period correct looking. You see, it's a lot easier just to add a little power to that truck, you know? Yeah. I just buy it for all I give a shit because it's beautiful in a way. You see? Let's see. Anyways, I had to get into character. Engine accessories. Exterior and interior features. Something, this is what I'm talking about. This is the period correct emblem right here. I want that badge, but with the grill emblem. Where is it? Hmm. Sure. I want that cargo mat next. I'm gonna get that cargo mat. Even if I have to clean it and refurbish it, I'll just get the dye and then re-dye it. That's all I'll do. That's all I need to do. Roof. You get the point. Driver side, passenger side. Mm-hmm. So basically, I do all the information and research for you. Okay, there we go. So it's that, but it's this. You get the point. Okay. I don't know how I do it though. It's so simple. Because you can just get an enamel and then do a bronze kind of gold enamel and just do the rest black. But it's like, oh, last time I did an appraisal for getting them done by a factory, the mold was like, I think either $100 or $1,000. I think it was. I don't know. I can't remember. Ooh, look at that rust. Ooh. What is that? Now that looks really good. That looks factory. How the window is flush with the bed is beyond me. I want to know what model that is. Wait, I don't think that's Lear. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's another model. Okay, take them out. NHRA edition, I'm assuming, or it's just on the plate, but it has a side stack out the back. Custom wheels, composite beds. Yep, yep. They also made that. 2004 Joe Gibbs Racing Tahoe. Came in numerous colors. Gorgeous, gorgeous package. Nice rims. For the 2000s, it's got dual tip in the back. Paint match front bumper. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Wait, that plastic. That plastic matched something. I don't know what. Can't remember what. Because it doesn't normally wrap around like that to the bottom. It's a different. That's a deep bumper. That's huge. What is that? An extension too on the bottom of the fender? The quarter panel? Who knows? A work of wonders, a work of marvels. Quadra-steer. Oh my god. Please, just give me one, please. In good condition. Please, I beg of you. Intimidator SS. Okay, the Intimidator SS has the wheels. Let's be real. The Intimidator SS has almost the exact same wheels. Same idea. Just doesn't show the lug nuts, I don't think. I don't know. But the Intimidator SS is what you'd be wanting to look for. Even aftermarket rims, I don't care. Quadra-steer Suburban. You got the one of one concept Avalanche base camp. And a one of one tent, which is being preserved right now because it was meant to go to the crusher, but it wasn't taken there. It was saved. Fuck. I thought I had the mirrors saved. Probably lost it when the phone decided to clear all my tabs. More pictures of the base camp. Then you got the concept Avalanche. We were scammed. Okay, we were scammed of good trucks. Don't get me wrong, they're good now, but it's like Also found video of an advertisement about this recently, which I need to add or find. I don't know where it is. It's probably just on YouTube and I didn't look enough. But, god damn, it's so fucking cool. They would have sold so many of them. They would have sold so many. It's literally a Bronco competitor, but it's also a Blazer. It's like a Blazer almost, but it's just built different. It has the same wheels as the, I think, Concept Avalanche. Pretty sure. The Mexican Suburbans. Yep. In the profile picture. Which, again, they introduced a whole different roof rack system, but they never included it. Did they? No. Different body panel, two tones. Pretty sure that's plastic. I don't know, but they got different rocker trim. The trim lines perfectly up with the wheel well. Trim and it goes to the back. Oh, that's probably what it reminds me of. Yeah. Because this one has all the plastic like the Cadillac, but it covers the whole rear quarter panel. Only that's a section of it out where the liftgate is. The liftgate actually is two-toned, unlike the fleet models that were sent out to the customers. You'd have to paint it out yourself to match it. He said, "Oh, it costs too much money." Got rear, reverse LED lights on the back bumper. Normal vanity plate lights. The trim wrapped around the bumper. So basically, it was mostly plastic, but it was steel as well, stainless steel. Very refined. I would have bought that. I would buy that. Now, I don't exactly know what they would expect to call this package, because, like, you see the lights in the built into the roof rack with the cab lights, the little yellow ones that are built in right there in the middle. This has fog lights, I think, but the fog lights are built into the bumper, not hanging out the bottom. The bottom is fine. It's just they're built into the valance, the fascia. It's different. I love it. Take a lot of fabrication to do that. It really would. Just sucks they never went through with it. It really is. It's a shame. It is a shame. Even has side marker lights. Look at the top. No shit. Wonder if that would be like a safari package or something, because look at the place they took pictures of. It's a long history though. It's gone. It's probably been crushed. See the rear seats open in the back. This was an 02. 02 or less, because it has the badging on the door, which they got rid of in 03 and up because they cheaped out again. This one after 03. Maybe. It was a K5. It was literally a K5 Blazer. Or a K5 Tahoe, maybe? You can see the K5 right on the pillar. Maybe C pillar. It's just so interesting. Look at that. That bed is so unique. Like, it's so bald looking. I love it. It's weird enough that it's interesting. It's like a Tahoe got the roof literally cut off. But it would have been so collective. People would have collected it. The seats fold down into the floor. You have storage back there for like gas cans and stuff. It's carpeted, but I mean, who cares? Would have been, see, look, K5. P5. It's amazing. It really is. I just wish I knew where that mirror was. It's a shame. Custom repair parts. Maybe? Nope. Fuck. I think I lost it. Let me look at my phone. Bet you it's probably in photos. Oh, concept. Sport mirrors. Red Silverado Sport. You buy a pair of them for $100. That's from 88 to 98. That's 99.06. Street and Show. Any reviews? Customers appreciate the mirror's appearance and ease of installation. They find it looks great, matches trim well, and is easy permanent paint. Oh, so you can paint it. Okay, cool. You can see people are trying to copy the concept version, but they're not really making it perfect. No, it's clean with the white. Remind me of Lambo mirrors. Fuck you. I got 10 nuts instead of 12. Just reuse the factory hardware. Oh, we got ourselves a winner. Favorites. We're gonna add a new favorites folder. Organize it? Please. Tools. Those blinkers. subscribe to the thing. Decent. Alright. Yeah. Good, good look. Good, good. Look good. Good, good. Walmart is selling them. Shit. Um, the street and show 88 to 98 Silverado C1500. Paintable manual sport mirrors. Look like age correct because I've seen trucks with a lot. 1998, 1999 to 06 This looks stupid. General Motors bullet. Those mirrors, the blinkers on the side like exactly like a Ford. Crazy. One's in every fridge. Oh god. Oh no. What have I done? Okay, so there's a Reddit post that somebody says my local Best Buy has a Roblox account on a refrigerator, and it shows that I'm on a Fridge 4 account. And I said someone created a Roblox account and was signed in on some random smart fridge with the account named I'm on a Fridge 4. I sent myself a friend request, added myself. This was absolutely hilarious. And I put in the comments, that's wild. Let's make numerous ones on every fridge. And I got 97 upvotes so far. I'm cooked. I cooked every Best Buy. Oh no. Oh shit. Tropicana. I knew it. Tropicana. Rest in peace. Ooh, I got another person that wants to join my server. Can I join? I don't even know what Discord. What's Discord? It sounds like it's like lots of info in it. Would be useful to keep maintaining it. What? What is he talking about? Is this guy dyslexic? Can I join? I don't even know what's Discord. It sounds like the lots of info in it would be useful to keep maintaining. I own a 2005 5.3 liter. I like to keep taking care of it. Like it takes care of me. His username is Didier. Oh man, that is a Diddler. Oh, he's Spanish. Oh, that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. Found a loaded gun magazine on the ground of an airport. That's crazy. Oh, then he goes on somebody's Ram trucks post that says, "Has anyone done long road trips with the Ram 1500 5.7? If so, how was the experience?" And he says, "Drove mine from Atlanta, Georgia to Maryland this summer, and it was great. Really comfortable four front and back seats. Quiet from outside road noise, I believe. And then when you're ready to be loud, the Harman Kardon sound system delivers." Oh no, it's 101 upvotes now. Oh no. Just saying to reply to my own message, but am I done? Oh no, what have I done? 100 people have already agree with me. Oh shit. Bullying or harassment? Your hands are gone. Oh, that's harassment. Okay. Bought a Cadillac Escalade IQ. Ew. Oh no. nothing there to do. Wrap a fucking present with their feet like it's their hands. That's fucking crazy. What? That is cool. I'm not even judging. She's writing with her foot. Glass mouse pad. Glass mouse pad. Just survive. My gaming. My gaming habits. Let's survive my game. Oh Oh, Swallows loads. Fucking Volvo. Oh, stop. Never mind. 477-volt lightning circuit. Holy shit. Firework. Super firework. M101A1. Amelot. SCP-05 G004-004. TCG M314A1 A3 for POW M101 M101A1 M102 and M11-1. Hey, the Cybertruck bomber had to stop 8 times to charge his truck. No wonder he killed himself. Oh no. Illegal, so they kick the shit out of my racist ass. Not only that, his Cybertruck GPS led him to the wrong base in New Mexico first. Oh my god. It's funny. V6 Mustang guy. Garage, crew cab, Dolly square body outside garage fire. Big block 454, trucker from California, so zero rust. Falling hole, full truck and broken. Lots of good cars left. Doubt it. Doubt it. Clean first. Title in hand, immaculate frame. Factory came out. Truck Ford 6-8 still has a spring front, 454 big block, and H400. Obviously got hot when heat had gone through, but the externals are there and everything ran and shifted before the fire. Dually rear end with 411 gears. Bedsides are good, front fenders are pretty good, no rust, but perfectly straight. Same with the tailgate, hood is very bent, bumpers are good. Doors and cabin rust free, but roof caved in a bit. Would make great car truck equipment. Easy drivetrain and frame, still have cabin space. Full wheels and adapters and a lot of ground. That'd be 3100. Oh god, then clean. Fucking thing. Yes. Whatever. Dirt going. Kobe calendar. Eggplant year Mamba. All-Star 2.0 with Kobe. What the? Here's Beethoven. Masterpiece. All-Star 2.0. Full orange and gold. DHGL. Moonwalker. Draft day and gift of Mamba. They're just banning any book. They're just banning people for anything now. Offensive item. So sorry, Milo. Thought I would tag them. Reason harassment. Offensive item. Milo's got that fatty. Reason harassment. Offensive item. B. a while ago. That wasn't because I was searching things for some